Hello, happy Monday. Oh, we just lost Jill. Come back. It is middle of August. School has started here. I think school has started everywhere. It's kind of crazy. I guess it's closer. Is it closer to the end of August now? I don't know how time has flown by. I say this all the time, but I just don't understand how it is August 20th already. But tonight we want to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about 4 weeks for everybody and 4 week gut protocol because that is happening in September. So we want to make sure that everyone has the information for that. There's actually a great add-on promo that's happening right now. Autumn's Choice. If you didn't know about it, I will let you know. And then Megan's going to share some tips on how to promote and invite to the Habit Bet because I've been seeing her stories and I was like, ooh, can you share a little bit? I just did a post today and a bunch of stories about Habit Bet as well. My plan over, the next few weeks is just really talk about habits and how important they are and how a habit creates routine and then it just becomes second nature and how all of these habits give you energy and all of the things. So that's kind of my marketing plan over the next couple weeks with that. And then tie in 4 weeks for everybody and 4 week of protocol. And then hopefully Lindsay will make it back and she wants to talk about being bold. And I think part of that is polarity. If you know that word, just like polarizing yourself, which is really hard to do, especially I'm a Enneagram 9. I don't like conflict. I don't want to ruffle feathers. I will just go along with what everybody else says because it's just easier. I don't want to be bold and share my opinion many times because I don't want to hear what people say, have to say back. But that's really how you stand out on social media. Honestly, being bold, and I'm sure that's what Lindsay will share, just being bold in your values and your convictions in who you are and what you stand for and the things that you believe in. If you're open to sharing those things, you don't have to share all of them and you don't have to, put your whole life out there, but being bold in some of those things and just standing your ground in what you believe in is honestly, and if you think about it, that's what gets attention on social media. It's what catches my attention many times. So anyway, she wants to talk about being bold and reels. And we could say she's like the reels queen. She's pretty good at them and she gets a lot of attention from them. And then I think that's everything. So I will start with 4 weeks for everybody and 4 week gut protocol, which I'm super, super excited for. Kate, I need to know, are you going to do gut protocol?
No.
Yeah, you can do it. She won't do it.
I'm gonna, I did buy the program when it came out. So I'm gonna look it over.
You can add 2 vegetables. Add a handful of spinach to your shake. Another one, because you probably only do 1 veggie in your shake, do 2. And then add another veggie at lunch or breakfast or snack.
I'm thinking
have some cucumbers.
I'm thinking
you
about
can
it.
do it.
She doesn't cut meat out. Does she cut meat out?
No. Kate, give up Greek yogurt, right, Kate?
I do love Greek yogurt. And that was the other thing I was worried about was my protein goal.
Dairy. I did it last year for a while, and that's one of the really hard ones.
I don't do dairy already.
You don't do dairy, and I don't do but I do Greek yogurt because it's the only it doesn't hurt my belly.
I do coconut yogurt and I love it. The So Delicious purple coconut yogurt. There's other better brands, honestly, but they're a lot more expensive, so I just do that most of the time. I prefer Coco June. Coco June coconut yogurt is probably similar consistency as Greek yogurt. It's pretty crazy. It's really good.
Where do you get that at? I don't even know. They don't have it at Aldi. I can tell you that much.
No, they definitely don't have it at Aldi. And they didn't have it at, they recently got it at my grocery store, but they only have the flavored ones, which are actually really good too. They have like a lemon elderflower and a strawberry rhubarb or something. They're real good. But they don't have the plain one. They only have it at like Sprouts, Whole Foods, around me at least. Anywho,
So go ahead.
I'm really excited. I started Gut Protocol again today. I recommitted. I tried to do this a few weeks ago, and I think I was just like, I don't know. I was distracted, I think. And so I recommitted today so that I can be sharing. I need the accountability. My nutrition has been not ideal. Again, think early pregnancy. Basically, when you're nauseous all the time, you don't want vegetables. I don't want Shakeology. I don't, at least not my shake, which is where I would at least sneak vegetables in, but I didn't want my shake. So I would make like a mug cake or something. So anyway, my nutrition has not been great. And although I don't eat gluten, I don't eat dairy, I don't eat much sugar, I don't eat a lot of processed stuff, still I can tell in my energy and just my body is just different. But I'm excited for that. And I'm really excited for 4 weeks for everybody. Ryan and I did that program together and we loved it. And it just seems like it's going to be really good. And I love Erin Hopkins. So I love that I get to see her on the screen every day and like somebody who's like a normal body. And you know what I mean? Like, I think that's just so cool. I think it'll be really cool to see her on the screen every day. But that launches in September. So that will be available. It's available to purchase now. So they have to add the block now. And then it will become available September 1st. But the couple ways that they can get the block, let's remind ourselves all the ways that you can get a block. Number one, you can purchase the block for $29. I just saw, did we get a discount? I just thought it was $21.75 or something. So I guess we get a discount.
We get a discount.
I didn't realize that.
Partners
So
do, yeah.
Partners are $21.75. I didn't realize that. I thought it was full price. And then, or someone can get a total solution pack or a completion pack. Total solution pack, you get 2 blocks. You now can choose any 2 blocks, in case you didn't know that. Doesn't have to be automatically the next month and then another block. You can choose any 2 blocks. So when you're enrolling somebody, I normally just choose for them, to be honest, because most of the time, unless they're like a past customer, they don't know anyway. And so like for my neighbor who just enrolled, I told her she wanted to do Gut Protocol anyway. So we got 4 weeks for everybody. And then I did job 1 because I'm like, it's 20 minutes. You can find 20 minutes. She's got a 2-year-old. Like you can make time for 20 minutes. Like, so I'm like, I gave you job 1 and then 4 weeks for everybody. If it's somebody who's, go ahead.
I was just saying, you might want, if you're picking for somebody brand new, you might want to incorporate like one program that's going to be something that we're all doing together, so they can pick that one, and then like either 21-day fix or I would say job 1.
Yeah, agreed. So you can get it that way. You can get a completion pack. And am I wrong that you only get 1 block with a completion pack?
I think you just get 1.
I think it's 1. When I was like testing the system today, I think it's 1 with a completion pack. So they can get it unlocked that way. They can get, if they are a customer or anything, if they're on HD, 90 HD, so Shakeology, or a mix of Energize and Recover, or I don't know, any of the combos to make 90 HD. Is it 90?
Say it again.
Is it 90
you get it for free if you're on 90 PV on
90. HD. Okay.
Or the performance stack.
Okay.
Or either Go and Glow. Like it has to be a
has to be a stack. Okay. That'll unlock it. And then like a combo, I rarely have that.
Yeah, it could be
happen.
like
a
Beach Bars,
combo
Bevy, and
order.
Energize. As
Yeah.
long as it's 90.
Yeah. Okay. And then with 4 weeks, I had to go look this up today because I hadn't heard much about it, but everyone in my mastermind was talking about it because one of the gals, she leads her whole business with gut protocol, like always. And so she was like, there's this Autumn's Choice. It's an add-on. So it's not a pack you're going to look for. They purchase something, a pack, I think anything. And then when you go to check out, you know how that gives you like the add-ons? So like in ShareCart, it'll tell you like add a second block or like chocolate carry water for $20 or whatever. Autumn's Choice is an option and it's $80. And listen to what they get. They get the cookbook, a core ball, Revitalize and Optimize for $80. Revitalize and Optimize alone is $80, I believe. And then the core ball's 10 and the cookbook's 30. So if it's somebody who wants the supplements, I will just say, I think you can do gut protocol without the supplements. I think the supplements will and can help somebody, but if it's something that it's like going to keep somebody from doing gut protocol because they don't have the supplements, I'm going to help them just do it without them, or honestly, even help them find another probiotic. I take a different probiotic and digestive enzyme that my naturopath has given me. So I think there's ways around that, but I do believe that they're great products. And if it's somebody who wants to go all in, wants to do the Revitalize and Optimize, and I need to order the cookbook. I haven't gotten it yet, but I've heard it's so good. Does anyone have it yet? Meg, do you have it? Nikki, you have it? Is it good? Have you made any recipes? No? That's your job. Over the next couple of weeks, you got to make the recipes and share them so that will entice people to do it with you. So $80, it's called the Autumn's Choice add-on. So you'll see it as one of the add-ons when you're in ShareCart. I just went to Team Beachbody because I wanted to see how to find it. So I was like, where is this thing? So I just went to a completion pack, added it to cart, and then it automatically popped up. So what else?
How much? Okay, so it's $80 and it also gives you gut protocol, right?
Actually, no. So I believe that option is for people who already have gut protocol.
Okay.
It's what I understand. Let me see. 4 week gut protocol.
So if somebody wants to get, if someone already has body and they want to get gut protocol. So with the supplements, what would the cost? With the supplements, what would the cost be?
There's two kits. Well, the kit, if you get the complete kit, it's called the complete kit. That has the supplements with it. I forget what the cost was. So I bought the kit and then I bought the supplements after the fact because I was like, I want to have them, and I should have bought the complete kit, but I didn't. But
okay,
yeah, so there's a kit that is just the ball and the cookbook and the program without the supplements, and then there's a complete kit that includes the supplements.
How much is
one
that?
is
okay, so here I found it. I have it
prices.
Here. The 4 week gut protocol complete kit. This doesn't, I guess this would get them 4 weeks for everybody too, is $180. That gets them 4 week gut protocol, the digital program, the cookbook, Optimize and Revitalize, the portion control containers, and the core ball. It's $180 retail.
Go ahead.
It's $135 partner. Then there is the Autumn's Choice add-on kit. This is, what's the difference? You don't get I don't understand.
What about a gut protocol total solution pack? with the supplements.
A regular one? I think that's what the clean kit, the complete kit is. With the
That's not
cookbook.
that's not with body for the year, like a whole thing.
Oh. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, so that Gut Protocol Complete Kit doesn't include 4 weeks for everybody. There's another one that's the Autumn's Choice add-on kit that includes 4 weeks for everybody. But it doesn't look like it comes with the portion control containers and it's $200. I don't understand. I'm confused. You want
The
to know
kits you have
just
to add on to any basic TSP. There is no TSP with it, like built in with it. You have to add it on
right.
when you're purchasing it.
You want to know, Kate, like the old Gut Protocol, how much was that?
I was just curious if you have a brand new challenger coming on that wants to do Gut Protocol with you.
Oh yeah. So you have to, that would be an add-on. You would do a total solution pack, a regular total solution pack. And then let me see if I can add it on. Oh,
So
so
then
I'm
you would just
signed
say
in. It
if you
won't let
want,
me.
if you want Gut Protocol, there's an add-on.
Yeah.
You
And
would
I
just
think
add
that
it
would
to the
be
cart.
that I would just give them that 80 or the not the $80 one. Because they have to have Gut Protocol for that $80 one, I believe is what I'm understanding. They already have Gut Protocol, but they're wanting to do it again. So I don't know if that made any sense. I think we need to do a little more research, but someone who is brand new, they want to do 4 weeks for everybody. They want to do 4-week Gut Protocol. You do have to add on. I should ask my neighbor added on Gut Protocol, and I can't remember how much just Gut Protocol was. She didn't do the supplements. She just added on Gut Protocol. I want to say it's like, I'll have to look. Maybe $20. Maybe more. A program's $20 add on, like Shop Wood Carry Water. But do you think Gut Protocol's more? Like how much is Portion Fix or, oh, those are included. That doesn't make sense. Sorry, I should have came more prepared. I wasn't. We were just talking about all the different.
I'm sure there's going to be slides that come out and we'll throw them.
Yeah, there's actually a great toolkit with a bunch of info and stuff. But we were just talking about 4 weeks for everybody and 4-week Gut Protocol and the different options to add on Gut Protocol for people.
So we are going to do a pod for the healthy habits, and we're going to do a pod for Gut Protocol because not everyone who does the healthy habits is going to be doing Gut Protocol.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I would say let's have
I think you have to have it separate because people for Gut Protocol are going to have so many questions and want to share recipes.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah, I'm just thinking
I'm not marketing Gut Protocol for the health bet. It was just it's any meal program, right?
Meal program. But if they want to do that, they can. But any meal program. Yeah, I think you're right. But I think if it's somebody who's doing 4 weeks for everybody and not doing Gut Protocol, because we might have that situation too. I don't want to have 3 pods. Do we think if someone's doing 4 weeks for everybody?
No, I don't think we're going to do no, we won't do a super block pod for 4 weeks for everybody. I don't think.
Okay. We'll just have
this
it
month
be
is going to be the
habit bet. We'll just encourage everyone to do that. Well, perfect. That'll be our great segue into Megan sharing about habit bet, which I'm excited about. Does everyone know? I think everyone was on the call or listened about the habit bet, but basically it's starting September 11th. It is 5 habits. Oh, there's your gal. Hi, Samantha. 5 habits. We've got an indoor movement or some sort of movement, not necessarily, it doesn't have to be indoor. We've got movement for 20 plus minutes, outdoor movement for 10 plus minutes. That means It could be a total of 30 minutes outside if they wanted to just take a 30-minute walk. And then follow a meal plan, drink 100 ounces of water, 10 minutes of mindset growth, and then a devotional or meditation or journaling every day for 21 days. $10 buy-in, split the pot at the end. If you completed all 21 days. And it was super successful last time. People loved it. The pod was just like, I think we had just introduced pods right at around then too. The pod was just on fire every day. People were just loving it. And even if they like fell off and didn't complete a day, they like continued with the rest of the crew. A lot of people did, even if they were out the money, which I thought was just super powerful too. So I've asked Megan, because she started promoting it already. I've asked her to share maybe how she's promoting it, some ideas for you guys, what your invites are looking like. Have you already invited all of like your current people, and what's that look like? And because I know you've already got a big long list of people who are in.
Well, I truly wish I had a magic potion for you guys, but all of what I've been using is the boards. You know, I did not do boards. I missed the memo on how to get into boards when you guys first started using them. So I was very late to the game. So if you feel like you're still not on board with boards and you don't know how you can even start using them, please just get the link from Kate or Amanda or Lindsay. And it's super easy to use and everything is laid out. So I've been doing this for 9 years, you guys. And I still get stuck, you know, and I have no excuses to be stuck anymore, because if I need some kind of inspiration on what I'm supposed to be doing right now, I go to the templates that have been laid out for us in boards. So I just happened to be feeling kind of stuck, but I was on one of those power hours in the morning. I came back from my big vacation and was deciding that was something I needed to be doing at least 3 times a week. And the emphasis for quite a bit of it was inviting the people that are already at your table. Okay, so guys, I would say I have like 24 people that want to do the health bet. And the vast majority of them are people that are already at our table. And when I say that, it's been people who we created about 1.5 years ago, we created like people who wanted to work on nutrition. So we had a pod for that. I created a pod for everybody that was doing like super blocks through the summertime. So I had a pod for that. I had a pod for the summer slim down. So these were people that had already engaged either recently or 1.5 years ago. I put it on my team page. I'm also supporting a lot of people. Like my coaches aren't coaching anymore, but their people are still engaged. So a lot of those people are there. But as we all know, when they're engaged, that rolls up to us. So, but yesterday I had a partner re-enroll again as a partner. Nothing had been sparking her interest, but this did. Okay. I never have people engage with anything on a Saturday, but I posted my lists on Saturday and people all wanted to chat Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, I don't want to chat. Like, this is not a challenge that motivates me necessarily, but if I've learned anything in this business is you have people that join you because they love you, but they're not motivated necessarily by the same thing you are. So offer the things to them. If they say no, that's fine, but they may be ready to do the one that's going to happen next month, which is just workouts, right? Is there not a buy-in, but just
rock the block? It's a buy-in, but it's just workouts. Okay. And nutrition or just workouts?
I haven't decided yet, but I think not nutrition, but I think it might be just workouts and supplements, one supplement.
Yeah. Okay. So basically what I did last week was I focused on getting a list of people that were saying yes. And when you put a list up there and show that people are interested, they'll be like, oh crap, I don't want to miss out on my chance for my name to be on the list. So that is what really, like, I did that. I got my like lifers, the people that will do absolutely anything with me. Those were like my first 5 names on there. And then I paused for a little bit. I had lots of people wanting to do it from my team and from my pods, but I waited for a day and then I showed, oh, we got more people on here. So that's a powerful tool. And then people started asking questions. So I've got people who maybe let their bod, they canceled it. They're going to re-engage. And this is my personal choice. They can do this entire thing without buying anything, but I don't work that way anymore. So I'm saying there has to be, besides the $10 buy-in, there needs to be a customer purchase of some sort. So we've talked collagen, beach bars, Shakeology. We talked a lot about, a lot of different things, because it's important. They need to be supported with something. They can't just go in there flailing about with not knowing, and they have to put some more skin in the game than just $10. I swear people will throw away $10 as quick as they'll throw away $1 these days. It blows my mind. That's really what it is. So some of these people that are on my list, they bought a challenge pack 2 months ago and they just never got the traction going because summertime, whatever. Some people have bought Shakeology with me for every day for 9 years. Okay. And they're doing this group, but, there are people that are making purchases and giving Success Club points for that PV, for buying whatever supplement or whatever that will support them. And I always do a consultation with them. Well, what would help you, be more successful in this goal? What have you been thinking about that you might need to add to your wellness routine or whatever? Has collagen been popping up over and over? We have a collagen product. Do you need a snack bar, something quick in the morning? Anything like that. I always do a consultation. That's super key for any of this, but I am legit just using, when people ask me for information, I am using what I think Amanda did for the boards for this one. And also, I'm probably going to start doing this as I start inviting like non-customer. What I'm probably going to start doing is, and this has worked beautifully for me for all this year, is I tell in my invitation, I will say something like, hey, happy Monday. Hope you're looking forward to a great week. I'm really excited because I've got a couple of fun opportunities that are coming up. The first one is this health bet. I posted about it last night. You might have seen about it in my stories, but it's a 21-day blah, 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 blah. The other one is just this 3-day detox, sugar detox. It's the 3-day refresh. And I give them a choice of 2 things. And I saw this on the wake up call, or not the wake up call, but the power hour this morning, where it's kind of like working with toddlers, you guys. You want to give them 2 choices, and both of them will help them with their goals and help you with your goals. And I can sell a refresh like nobody's business. Like, people love the idea of the refresh, and they also love the idea of having something for maintenance mode. So while that's not a TSP that Body is really wanting us to push, that is an excellent thing. And it gives people 2 choices. And if they're feeling like, well, I'm kind of interested in something, what do I want? It gives them options for a short-term thing that they can do, or more of a longer-term thing that they can do. So, okay, I'm just looking at the chat now. So I am putting the lists in my stories, not in my news feed. But tonight I posted like an actual post about doing simple things that is sustainable. So I was talking about how 9 years ago I started with a friend, and she just had a simple plan for me to follow. And if I followed those steps, I was going to have success. And that's what we're promoting for September of 2023 too. So something along those lines. I'm not putting the lists in my feed though. Am I doing the refresh myself? I am most of the time when I'm saying I'm having a refresh opportunity, most of the time, the people that dive into the refresh at that time, their dates just are not coinciding with each other. I try to group people together for when they're doing it, but with the refresh, they really have to do it when they're feeling like they can really do it. So I just check in on them one-on-one for each of the 3 days of their refresh. And I try to do one with the brand new people. But like I've got somebody who started the refresh today. I've got 2 people starting it next Monday, and I'm probably want to do it right after Labor Day. So, and to kick off the health habit bet, you know, that's kind of nice. You do not have to do what you are promoting. Please always remember that you are living a healthy lifestyle. You use several programs at a time. Shakeology is a program, collagen is a program, Energize is a program. It's all part of your healthy routine. So don't ever feel like, well, we're promoting the gut protocol. I mean, that's a great program. I just struggle a little bit. I had a struggle with it, but there's so many good key points to gut protocol that you can talk about that is great for any nutrition program that you're doing. Like I love eating 30 plants a week. Hello, that's awesome. And I have honestly felt like am I doing it like the refresh quarterly? Dude, when I was pushing for Success Club 100, I was doing the dang thing like every month because that was what I was talking about and that's what I was doing. And I felt like $1 million, you know, there's something to it. But, you know, it's tough, but I talk about it when it's tough and I talk about it when it's an easy process too. So, but off of the refresh, like the habit bet is just something that everybody needs. And if you are feeling like you just need this person to say yes to herself, she doesn't even have to buy anything. You just need her to draw her into your love and support. Like anybody can do this health bet. If there's somebody that is just so on the fence, but you know this will help them, you never know what a person's going to do the next month, depending on how you treated them this month. So, you know, keep that in mind. I do everything on a case-by-case basis. I really want everybody to buy something from me. Really, really, really. But dude, if somebody just spent $100 on a crochet project for my daughter and she goes to the gym and she's eating great, but she really just needs accountability, I will give her that, you know. But we do pour a lot of time and energy into our businesses and into our people. So to ask, the ask shouldn't be like feeling like weird or anything. You're a business person. A person shelling out $30 for collagen it's not too much to ask. And if they don't have it right now and you have drawn a line in the sand about what you are expecting for this, just catch up with them later when they do have the money for it. So, but really do the boards, just plug into the boards. And if you are not inspired by the health bet or you are not inspired by a refresh, go into the boards and go find something that you can use to invite people to something. There's so much good stuff in there. So thank you, ladies, for setting that up for us and sharing as much as you do with us. That's all I got.
That was so good. You gave so much more than just like habit bet tips. So good. Hopefully that was helpful for everyone. Thanks, Meg. All right, Lindsay, do you want to share about being bold? I talked about a little bit and being polarizing and how important it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. First of all, I want to say welcome to Samantha, aka Sam. Hi, Sam. She just had her getting started right call today. She's really excited. She already has like a fitness page on Instagram. She's done she used to be in Young Living, so she's familiar with the social selling. She's a wedding planner. She has a 3-year-old son named Tucker, and she is like, I am just ready to get a routine down and feel good and like share that as I'm doing it. She's like, just she's kind of, I told her this in a voice clip today, like, we have a lot of new coach calls with people, and it's like, okay, well, they have to get over this fear or this or whatever. And once in a while you get on the phone with someone who you're like, oh, here she goes. She's gonna go. That's kind of how she's just ready and excited to be here. So everyone say, welcome, Sam. So glad you got on too. Okay, so with that being said, we have a lot of, when you get on Mondays, if you're able to, like, you'll see some consistent faces, and then there's some people that watch the replays. Sometimes we have a larger group, a smaller group, so you'll get to know quite a few different people. But just so that you know, kind of, Amanda and Kate, if you guys want to wave, the three of us kind of like head up a lot of things. However, all of us that you see all over this screen, like, this team is equally everybody's. We really run it that way. There's no like, I'm the leader, hear me roar in any way, shape, or form. It's like all of our minds put together, all of our hearts put together, all of our souls put together is how we all thrive best. So anything that you ever want to like come up with, or you have an idea, you can just feel free to be and typically when you have an idea, it's really cool, because like a few months ago, I was like, ooh, we should do this. And within like 3 days, everybody's mind put it together, and it was just going, basically, Amanda, and Kate. So just always bring your ideas, and know that like this, whether you've been here for 10 years, 9 years, 6 years, 2 months, or 2 days, we're all on an equal playing ground. So welcome, welcome. All right, so I wanted to chat with you guys a little bit about social media and kind of showing up and how to get more of what you want, which is, and I'm going to say this in a way that maybe some of you will be like, that's not what I want. Or maybe some of you will be like, oh, that is, but more attention, more eyes on you, more people looking and saying yes. More people looking and being like, oh, I need to continue watching her, because what does she have going on, right? So social media has changed so much over the last 10 years. Like when I first started, it was strictly posting. I was posting like stock photos. There were no such thing as reels. I was sharing before and after pictures, and I was really kind of just boldly saying like what I was doing. I was also 25 weeks pregnant, and people probably thought I was crazy. That's why they started watching. But that's where it started. And then it kind of came to posting 3 to 5 times a day. And then reels came and stories came out. And it was like, oh, you only need to post once a day, and then do like 5 to 10 story slides. And then when reels really got big, what happened for me a few years ago was I committed to 30 days of reels just to see what would happen. And my Facebook literally went from 500 followers to 140,000 followers in like 6 months, by doing 1 reel a day. So I was kind of looking at how it's kind of transformed just in the last few months. And for me, I've realized that 1 reel a day on what I used to share, it still gets traction, but I was getting what we all want when we start. We post something and all these people want information, right? I wanted that for so long, and I didn't start getting it until I started sharing my emotion through reels, which attracted people to me. And then they saw I had something else to offer as well in this space, right? So now what I've found is that social media has transformed again. And you guys, it is all about being bold, confident, happy, and fun. Or bold, confident, sharing an emotion that someone can relate to that may be painful, but relatable and attractive. And it is kind of still at like that 1 post a day, but the people who are getting the most traction, the people who are getting the most to say yes to them, are the people who are showing people you can know, like, and trust me. And the way people are doing that is by posting 2 to 3 reels a day. Now that seems like a lot, but if you could put 1 day on Sunday and on Wednesday where for 30 minutes you batch like 3 to 4 reels and save them as drafts and not even put the words in, but then every day you have a few that you can put out there, even if it's just simple. This is what is getting the most traction. But it's not just a reel of you working out. It's not just a reel of like, it's kind of gone back to that catching of the eye. So Instagram, when we first started using Instagram, Facebook was like, okay, Facebook is your copy. Facebook is where people want to read. Instagram, people want to see an image that attracts them, right? So what stops your scroll on Instagram is an image. This is what it was. What stopped your scroll on Facebook was a catching, like, beginning of what you were saying, where now what catches your eye is a video that is either brightly colored, very happy, high vibration, or something painful within the first few seconds. That's what makes people stop and look at the reel. So, or like something that's just totally off the hook. Like yesterday, I couldn't stop watching this one. It was a donkey chasing these goats around. I shared it in my stories. And the woman was like, waffles, your new friends don't want to play tag. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? So it's something off the wall. It's something deeply emotional. And the thing is that I really think that right now in this world, there are so many people that have had so much loss in the last 3 years, from people they have actually lost to illness, right? Things like that, to the world. A lot of people, a lot of relationships transformed in the last few years too, with COVID and different things. I know those numbers went up. So many people can relate right now to finding yourself. So many people can relate right now to losing yourself. So many people can relate right now to vulnerability and to wanting something different, to needing to overcome fear. This is something that is really out there. When I make posts or reels like that, I get a ton of traction on them. And then what I do is I just sprinkle what my other reels are in between those. So I'm constantly getting lots of eyes because I'm hitting people with emotion, but then, or like high vibration or whatever it is. And then, you can kind of stack in your reels. So I'm going to give you a few tips on the reels right now, and kind of like what you would want to be kind of paying attention to. But then this is going to be based on you and who you are in your market and what you're about. Okay. So for me, my goal is always to post about 2 to 3 reels a day. Now, I don't always hit that. And if I don't beat myself up, because I'm human and I'm not a robot. And sometimes one a day is fine. And sometimes I can't show up at all that day in a reel because my kids are fighting all the time or something, right? So whatever, but my goal is 2 to 3 times a day with a reel. If you are not comfortable with reels and right now you're posting like 1 or 2 a week, start with, I've said this before, 30 days of 1 a day. 30 days of 1 a day. And it can be easy. It doesn't have to be perfect. And as you get going, you'll start falling in love with like the ways you can do different things with them and grab more attention. But if you just increase your reels by 1 a day for 30 days straight, that's going to help. And then you can increase from there. You want to have a niche and a couple things that you rotate. So for instance, I've been doing body for 10 years. To be honest with you, not a lot of people even know I do. When they reach out and want to know about body, they really don't know. Like, they're like, what do you do for fitness? And I tell them and they're like, I had no idea. Oh, or whatever. And we get on the topic of it. Right. But a lot of people know that if they come to my page, then there's a lot about emotional growth, a lot about spiritual healing, a lot about boundaries, a lot about like a woman being in her power. Because of the separation and divorce process I just went through, it's a lot about sharing what was it in my life that was painful, that held me back, that I allowed to turn that pain into power. And now here I am. So for you, it could be going through hard times with family or loss, or, Amanda's pain to her power right now is going through her fertility journey. And Kate's pain to power right now is experiencing, our parents getting older and her dad, and having to like grow through that with him and go through some really hard times. So we all have that. Megan's pain to power is harvesting time. No, I'm just kidding. She's always like, harvest is taking us over. I love it. That's my favorite time to watch Megan, actually, when she's in her tractor. So when, you have a pain or you have something, doesn't necessarily have to be pain, but something that is so relatable, something that is so you, something that has given you some sort of power or transformation that you can share through reels in that way. So I actually have a system. It's written down somewhere. I affiliate for a few different things, right? And then there's body. So for me, in a day, I'm usually doing a reel that's emotional, something about healing, something about the things I just said and explained, because that's really what a lot of people I've noticed. Also, what do the people that watch me like? When you give the people what they like, they start liking more of what you give, even if it's not what they are looking for. Everyone likes that type of content. So I'm going to keep giving that kind of content, but sprinkle around what I'm still about. So I have the fitness line that I affiliate for. So I'll do a reel on, typically like a reel on some sort of emotional thing. Then the other two that day, it might be either herbal face food, or it might be the MRR thing, or it would be body, or it could be typically those are my, or fitness clothes. Okay. So I kind of just hop like, okay, which reel haven't I done in a while? And I have it written down and I kind of follow that. Now, what else do I follow to make sure that I'm getting traction? And I'm learning a lot of this just from watching a lot of people who are growing their Instagrams and growing their accounts really, really quickly. And also I've asked a lot of questions to those that I've seen grow really fast recently. So using Candid, if you guys notice, using Candid videos or lip syncing to other ones, right, are what is grabbing what is grabbing attention. It used to be, oh, we're lip syncing, it's funny. Typically what's really big right now is if you're lip syncing to something, it's funny. If you're like doing that, then the funny part is what grabs people. You're lip syncing, it's something with humor. Using a candid video of you walking on the beach, or your kids swinging, or you just walking like with your dad, or whatever it is, with some sort of emotional dialogue, that is grabbing there. And then creating your own speaking, like how Kate will do her meal prep or like a meal and like talk behind it, or how Natasha will actually on Tuesdays give a verbal tip with some music in the background and give a tip. Okay. So those are different kind of ways that it's kind of grabbing the most attention. But now in the last month, the way that's really been grabbing attention is in your face boldness, meaning it is a trending audio. So a trending song, something trending means like more than a couple thousand people have used it. Like you see it on a lot of different things. You're using a trending audio. You're high vibe. They want to see you dancing. They want to see you happy. Joy is grabbing a lot of people in right now. And then you are using photos and timing to point to different things that people can get. It actually on reels, people stay on the most reels where they can tell that something else is coming because they want to see what's next. So hand gestures, whatever that is, or like things popping up. So the biggest one that I have noticed, usually people don't really care about fitness reels, to be honest, because there are a lot out there. But if you do a fitness reel and then you take your hand and go like this, and you can time your then and now opposed to your before and after, right? Your then and now picture to pop up there. And then how you did it. I just did one the other day that grabs attention. So it's being in the video, but then using your hands or your hips or twirling or whatever it is and using your energy to have things pop into the reel that keep people on your reel longer and grab their attention. If you want people to read the comments or the dialogue, what do I want to say? Caption, it's almost like if you don't say read the caption, they're not going to. So if you want people to read the caption, you have that pop up right at the end as well, or have it just be there the whole time, small somewhere. Okay. Then let's see, high energy, smiling, dancing, and having fun. So the biggest one that I think is grabbing people's attention right now, honestly, is the high interactive with all of that, and just being bold and having fun, and then not being afraid to share emotion. It's every once in a while, it's good to just do one that's like easy easy to like do a voiceover on. It's easy, you throw it up, it's going to get some views, it's going to get some stuff, and it's going to keep your page moving, right? That's always good. But right now, you think it might take a while to do, but it doesn't. To pick a song, get creative. You can even have it be you working out, and then Karma, why are you scratching the mirror? Come here. It could be you working out, but popping your before and after, your now and then in there. Anything that makes it look interactive, and like the screen doesn't just look the same way the whole way. Switching scenes. So like I'm talking here and then I time it so it stops, and now I'm talking over here with a hat on. People are like, they like the changing of what's going on. It keeps them on the reel longer, and then keeping them on the reel longer is going to get them to know, like, and trust you more. It's going to get them eventually to read the caption, and you're going to get more interaction and movement from those reels. So that's all I have. It's really simple. You don't want to overthink it. You just want to do it. Now I'm going to tell you, for me, I have got to be in the mood for it. I can't just be like, I'm going to do this reel and then I'm not in this high energetic mood. I need to be. So when I'm in a high energy mood and I'm feeling good and I'm kind of feeling sassy and I want to dance around and I'm feeling smiley, then I will go to Instagram and I will just find like 3 or 4 different ones that maybe are songs or whatever. And I'll point, but I don't even know what this is going to be for yet. You don't have to know what it's going to be for to create it. You create it, you save the draft, and then you're ready to put it out there. But any, like the pointing, dance around, spin in, spin out, go like this, but you don't have to know exactly what you're doing with it yet. But you have the energy in the video. And then when you're ready to post it, it actually, you're like, okay, so I need 4 things that I'm pointing to. Here I'll throw like, join me now, or a before and after picture, or whatever it is. And you can create that when you have it, instead of, you know, when we have the time to post. We used to do this with posts. I have the time to post, but I have nothing on my mind. I wish I would have posted earlier when I had this in my mind. I had a whole thing and now it's gone. So it's like energy is everything in a reel. So really using that to your advantage. And that's it. That's all I have on that. So I would just challenge you to do 1 a day if you've only been doing a couple, or 1 a week. If you've never done one, then I would say try doing 1 every other day for like a week or so. Next week, do 1 a day. And then maybe the next week, do like 1 a day, but a few days a week, do 2, and work yourself up to kind of learning what days can you batch, how can you get a couple in there, and just allowing, because I promise you, if you want to grow quick, it's confidence. It's even if it's the same picture you're throwing up for a few months until you get another transformation. It doesn't matter. The same people aren't seeing your reel all the time. But even if it is the same people that's seeing your reel, it takes people 6 to 11 times, isn't it? Who even knows? There's always different numbers, 7 to 11, 6 to 11, whatever it is. It takes people multiple times of seeing you show up with that. We know that before they actually join. Right. So I would love to see, either in the comments here or when we post this in the recording and post below, what is your goal for reels this week and kind of moving forward? And what are the areas that you're sharing? Is it humor? Is it going through, like Amanda's doing fertility? I do a lot of like healing through relationship stuff. Kate's really big on the meal planning and the meals and her fitness and stuff too. Like she is just good with all of that. So what is it that you are like, okay, it's body, but what else is it that you have to relate to the world? So this is what I want to tell you. So often we're like, I don't really know, why am I so special? Like, I'm not special. I don't really have anything else to talk about except body. Okay. So let's take out like, what do I have to share with the world? What do I have? What value do I have to add? And instead, how do you relate with other people in the world? What are you going through that's relatable? What have you gone through that's relatable? Because everyone, that's all that social media is. The more they relate to you, whether it's your energy they feel, whether it's the words that you say, whether it's the clothes or the way that you look, the more that people relate to you, the more that they're drawn to you, the more that when they're ready, they're going to join you. Right. So I'd love to see either in the comments here or when we post it, when Amanda posts it in the team page, comment under there and just kind of like, what is your focus and how can you take yourself out of the box and make it a little bit more popping, brighter, high vibe, whatever it is, and what are you sharing? So, okay, that's it.
Sorry, that was awesome. Thank you. I have a question about drafts and text. Do you have total issues with it? Have you figured out a secret?
Yes. Yes, the drafts go away. And it is so annoying, right? So what I do, first of all, don't ever delete your app because all your drafts will go away. So when you go to when you're making a reel and the words go away, I'll just go to one of my drafts so that we can drafts, not draft like the animal. However, I wish I had some drafts. I would take them. So I have all of these drafted and saved, right? So let's say that I'm going to go to this one here and I put the text on. Once I go to the edit cover, if I go to edit cover and I slide over and the words are not showing up, then the words won't show up when I post it. That's how you know. So if it's doing that, I cancel, I go back to the edit. So let's say the words are there now, let's say, but they're not here. So what you do is you save it without the audio. And then you go to edit video at the bottom, you add a clip and you literally add the one with, so it says, okay, I've reached the recording. I can't, that's not a problem. I just go back and I shorten this video that's there. It doesn't matter how much you shorten it. Then I can add my clip that has it has my words, but it has no audio. So then I add the clip and then, so now I have two and I just go to the first one and I click on it. So it's highlighted and I delete that one. And now this has the words and there's no way the words aren't going to be there because I saved it and it is in line with my audio. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Super
Yeah,
helpful.
I've been doing that too. Usually it's a certain font for me.
Oh, it's a pain in the butt.
It's a pain
Oh,
in the
it's so
ass.
annoying every time. It's a
Yep,
draft.
every
It's
time.
only in the draft. Yeah.
Every time
Usually.
I'm like, for me, it's even in any reel, even if it's not a draft, even if I do it right then.
Sometimes.
So I'm just like used to doing that now. But
That's helpful.
yes,
Cool,
yes.
cool. And because what I would do that. I'd save it, but then I'd go find the audio again. So I like that tip that I don't have to go like find the audio again, blah, 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 you know?
Yeah, because then sometimes I can't
And
find the audio.
restart. I know. Yeah.
And I'm like, darn it, that was a good one. I've lost a couple that way.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
Yeah. So that's a good tip. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Anyone else have any questions or anything?
One reel per day. I
Oh,
love
I was just gonna say the 5th through the 7th, we should do, I'm gonna just do a refresh pod.
All right.
Right.
I loved that. You know what? That was a great tip, Megan. That invite with
I
choices.
love that invite.
Did you hear that, Lindsay? Were you here for that? She gave an invite and it's like a child or a toddler. You have to give them choices. She's like, so I've been inviting with choices. 1, there's a habit bet. 2, I have a 3-day refresh. Which one? I'm like, that's amazing. Because it's not like, do you want this one thing? A
Yep.
toddler never wants the one thing.
Yep. I love that.
Yeah.
If you ask Oliver, that doesn't work on him. With Owen, it'll work. If you ask Oliver, if you're like, Oliver, do you want this or this? He'll be like, pancakes.
Another option.
No,
You'll
he's
still
like,
get, believe me, you'll still
Yeah.
get no's. You'll
Yeah.
still get ghosted. But I
Yeah.
swear,
It works
because
better.
I've been inviting this way since January, basically, so many people are like, yeah, tell me about that refresh.
Yep,
I should
love
show you
that.
my responses because I literally copy paste responses, a video to watch, the choices they have for that it's just
Yeah. Can you share
You
all
gotta
that?
make a board on it.
Make a board called
Make a
choices.
board.
Make choices invite, and then like your whole the invite, the process.
I should because it's so simple. It's just I've shared it with my team, but none of them do it.
I'll totally do it. So
We'll
Josh,
do it.
Josh Coates always says that you should offer 3 options and people will always go for the middle option.
Oh,
that he
really?
should offer like, you know, like the deluxe challenge pack, just the basic, and then the middle, right? And that people will always go for the middle option. He says psychologically, that's what people do. They won't go for the cheapest, they won't go for the most expensive, but they'll always go for the middle. I always thought that was interesting.
I'm gonna
That's
test
interesting.
this out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test it out on myself. I'm gonna be like, Lindsay, what do you want to do? Do you want to put a shelf together? Do you want some wine, or do you want to walk the dog? I'll take the wine.
You got to put that shelf together. You keep talking about
Dude,
it.
I can't even handle it. Do you know it's been down there since July?
No.
I just have only been talking about it for a week. That little MFer's been in my living room since July. I at least got it out of the box, and the boards are on the ground now. But
Oh.
I had taken a CBD gummy the other night and I didn't know how I was gonna feel. So I took it out of the box, and then all of a sudden I was like, that's enough effort. Like, I'm done. And I just didn't do it. And so the boards are just on my floor. So I'm doing it tonight. I actually told Owen, and he loves this. I said, Owen, I have to put this shelf together, and like, listen, women can do a lot and I can do a lot and I'm capable, but I'd really like a man's help for this. And he's like, I got you, Mom.
Oh,
I know.
Owen.
I know.
Oliver would be like, no, Mom.
Yeah.
F you.
Yeah. Oliver. Yes, he would probably say exactly that. Oh, he's crazy.
Oh, two different children.
Very,
He's bold.
very. Oliver I got to get him on some stuff. Owen is just like soft and sweet and whatever you need. And, Oliver, the other night, a kid shook the basketball hoop when he was gonna shoot the basket. And he walked over to me. He's like, why'd you shake the basketball hoop? So for those of you that don't know, Oliver's the one who just turned 6. Why'd you shake the basketball hoop? And the kid said, I'm just playing around so that you don't make it. And Oliver said, why would you not want me to make it? And I don't know what the kid whispered something under his breath, and Oliver just didn't like it. So he smacked him across the face, and the kid ran home.
No.
And the kid ran home crying, and Oliver comes in, and I'm like, what are you doing? Owen's like, Mom, he smacked David across the face and David's crying. And I'm like, Oliver, why'd you do that? He's like, he shook the basketball hoop and he said something stupid. I'm like,
Oh, no.
okay, well, you need to go say you're sorry. So he goes, marches across the street, knocks on the door, says he's sorry, comes home. I'm like, do you feel bad? He's like, no. And he was serious. And I'm like, listen, I'm proud of you for sticking up for yourself, but we don't use our bodies to physically harm other people. And he goes, well, he shouldn't use his words to hurt me then. I'm like, man, you're going to do something great in life. I love you. I don't know.
Right?
I called Rob actually, because Rob had them the next day. And I said, I need some guidance. I said, Rob, I have no idea how to parent this child.
Yeah.
I do, but not when it comes to this stuff. Like, because I'm
Yeah.
a gentle parenting style, and then this happens, and like,
And
I
he
don't
needs
know.
like, yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
so Rob took control since he had him. He didn't let him have electronics for like 2 days. And then I was like, oh, just one day. He's like, this is why I have this handled.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Very good.
Oh.
Anyway,
All right. Does someone want to take a boomerang?
I can do it.
I mean, okay. We take a boomerang at the end of every call, Sam. So she'll say 1, 2, 3. Do whatever you want. A lot of this happens.
Sometimes if you're in the virtual gym, a lot of shimmies or shakes happen.
Yeah.
Depends on where you're at. All right, ready? Okay. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay. Okay, got it.
All right. I will post the recording maybe tonight. I think I'll be able to get to it tonight.
You got it, girl. Whatever you choose is perfect. I like it.
Sometimes it's the morning. Thank you, Megan.
Yes, thanks, guys. Bye. I'm so glad you
Bye.
made it on, Sam.
Yeah, nice to meet you virtually.
Bye-bye.
Bye.